Hey guys, I am Dr. Gamer397 and welcome to a brand new segment which is called Venting. Okay, so if you don't know what this segment is going to be about, it's going to be about, well, venting about stuff. And the first ever topic for this venting segment is about potholes. Mainly because, look at this. If you don't know what that is a hole right by the road, up the street a little bit, and it goes under the fucking road. Just imagine the scene if there was okay, there's probably a bunch of potholes over there, and just imagine this. Whatever is digging that hole is going under the road, and when people hit a pothole, they put more force on the road, which could eventually lead to being a very dangerous situation because the road could suddenly collapse. There could be a sudden sinkhole. There could be an accident. There could be there could even be fatalities. That's how bad the roads are. I have more pictures of potholes that I want to show you guys, just as a few examples. I just have to find them all first. The first photo that I showed you is a prime example of why the roads need repaving and why. Instead of filling the holes, because here's another picture. Here's another example right there. Look at that. See that pothole right there? Look at that. That is ridiculous, isn't it? And here, look at this. Just look at all those potholes right there. Crap, I'm gonna figure this out. Oh, that's the wrong way. Look at these. Just look at those potholes right here. Look at that. I swear, there's more potholes than road. Instead of filling in the potholes, because filling in the potholes does literally nothing. There's literally no point in filling up and just simply filling in the potholes. And also, look at this one. It looks like a giant ass bird crashed into the road, making that marking. But simply filling in the potholes does literally nothing because during the wintertime, the flowers come in and unfill them again. It's ridiculous. And yes, I am recording this on my computer. There's the pictures on my phone. But there are so many potholes. I've nearly broken my ankle on the damn, just going on in the damn potholes at night when I take my walk. It's ridiculous. One of my friends and I were just talking about the potholes yesterday, and even he agrees that it's ridiculous. If I have any more, yep, here we go. Here's more examples. Just look at that. You can see it properly because, yeah, that's a butterfly. More potholes. Look at that. Look at that shit. But literally, I don't know why they just fell in the. I mean, there's always other material that you can use to repave the road at a cheaper cost, a cheaper, more efficient cost. I've seen a video of a road that's cheaper and more efficient because it absorbs water, and so the water literally goes right through the road and makes the ground beneath it softer. How would that work? Actually, now I'm trying to figure out how that would work. All right, so those are the pictures. Those pictures are the only pictures I have of potholes, I guess. But like, I don't know why they inspect cars to make sure they're safe to drive on roads that are not safe to fucking drive on. I mean, come on. There are so many cheaper, more efficient materials than simple asphalt. What the hell do they use to? There's even a road that's near the center of town. Yeah, The best material to pave a road is asphalt concrete, which is the best, smoothest, and most expensive surface. There's there's there are other materials that can also work in making the road less likely to get potholes. I believe, but if they just simply repave the road, then again it's less likely to get potholes. But when it comes to the potholes, there's I don't. I'm just trying to figure out the wording because there's not enough anger that I can express how fucking ridiculous all the potholes on the road are. They fill them in perfectly fine. Winter comes, clouds come, digs up the freaking filled in stuff, and makes it a pothole again. A car hitting a pothole not only damages the car, but it also increases the chance of getting that pothole a bigger size, which makes it even more dangerous. Now, what I'm going to do right now is hazards of potholes. All right. Obviously, as you know, there are many risks when it comes to potholes, but some here's some of the main ones: tire blowouts and wheel damage. Obviously, steering system misalignment because the force when the car has a pothole is enough to make you bounce out of your seat and hit your head on the top of the freaking roof. It can damage the whole car as well. Exhaust system damage, internal injuries, and impact pain. Those are just some of the main examples. With the car that I've got, um, I've I've hit so many potholes. This car has had so many issues in the past since I started since I became the main person to drive it. What is the safest way to avoid a pothole? If you're in Massachusetts, you will know there's literally almost damn near no way to avoid a pothole, especially on this street. There's more potholes than road. For Christ's sake, drive slower in the dark. Well, yeah, know how to hit an unavoidable pothole. Honestly, the only way to avoid potholes on the street is by swerving and driving like you're drunk. There was even a meme where there was a guy who got pulled over for driving or swerving, and the officer was like, and the caption for the guy said, "No, officer, I'm not drunk. I'm just in Massachusetts." And it shows a bunch of potholes, like a pothole here, pothole there. So you have to go round in like a snake ankle to avoid the damn thing. Don't drive through puddles. Well, yeah, but how do you know? Like, if you're getting heavy rain and the rain is just continuously going down a hill or just continuously hitting the road, sometimes the puddle won't look like a puddle. And sometimes people will drive through it not knowing how deep it is and how dangerous it is until after they've driven through it. There used to be a pothole that would hit every. When I first got my learner's permit, there used to be one pothole at the. So my street goes down this way, and there's a T turn, and take the right, and then the left turn. There used to be a pothole right on that corner. I would hit every single time. They since filled it in, but every single time I drove that corner, I turned that corner, I would hit that pothole. But what are the main causes of potholes? Potholes are formed by three elements: surface cracks, water, and traffic. Small surface cracks, they form and they expand over time as vehicles go over. So, so you got let me think of a scene. All right. So imagine a scene where you got like a very busy highway, and you got like one pothole on either side. And just imagine how many cars go by, and just imagine how many cars will go by and hit that pothole every day. Say that like 100 cars were driving by every 20 minutes, because that's how I can't do math properly. So 100 cars drive by every 20 minutes. So every hour, that would be 300 cars, and that would, and throughout the day, holy crap, that would be so many cars in that pothole, and making it a lot more weaker because the cars are heavy. The minimum weight, the minimum weight of a car is about 1,500 pounds. Actually, apparently, the average car weight is right. So the average weight of a vehicle is 4,156 pounds, according to a 2020 report from the EPA, which is the Environmental Protection Agency. But you just imagine it. You just imagine the force and the weight of the cars hitting those potholes, hitting that one pothole, which would make the asphalt and the ground a lot weaker, and would make the pothole more susceptible to being further damaged and to further becoming a more dangerous hazard, because a lot of people, they tend to avoid potholes, but at the same time, not all potholes can be avoided, because the pricing to repave a road is astronomical. It is ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna check how much does asphalt cost. Hmm. I'm not trying to. I'm just trying to find. Okay. Asphalt, a popular second choice, has a life cycle of up to 15 to 30 years and does best in colder climates. Asphalt costs $7 to $13 per square foot. So for 10,000 square feet of asphalt, that would be around $20,000. That's how expensive asphalt is. So just imagine how much the asphalt would cost to repave one street. That price would be wild. But like I say, there are always cheaper, more efficient materials to having to being a better choice for a road surface. And the main thing to consider is, I guess the main thing is to consider would be which roads are damaged enough to the point that it needs to be repaved. So to recap that, just go back and watch the video and just go over what I've talked about. There are so many potholes. Every street that I've actually everything. Yeah. No. Almost like I think 90% of the streets that I've driven on in this state have been having potholes. And like I said, there's still no point to filling them in. But I'm gonna do a little bit more research. I made a short on potholes a while ago. Pothole is a depression in a road surface, usually asphalt pavement, where traffic has removed broken pieces of the pavement. But what I'm trying to figure out is, on a brand new street, how the potholes would be formed. That is one thing to think about. How could potholes be formed on a brand new street unless someone would intentionally damage said street? And yeah, although they could although road construction could also be another thing to damage the street and further damage the potholes and make the street weaker. For traffic such remove broken pieces of pavement. It is usually the result of water in the underlying soil structure and traffic passing over the affected area. Yeah. Okay. What causes a pothole? Potholes are created when the top layer of pavement and the material beneath, called the base or subbase, cannot support the weight of traffic. Two factors are always present in such a failure: traffic and water. Let's see. Apparently, there's a Massachusetts law about potholes and road defects. That's on the mass level. Oh well. The Berkshire Eagle Pittsfield Highway Department fills more than 1,000 potholes in one day, barely putting a dent in one of the worst winters for city's roads. And like I said, filling them in does practically nothing, considering the fact that the plows digging them up again. Uh, oh wow, I've been talking about this for 16 minutes. The potholes start out as tiny cracks, I guess. Okay, practice a lot of reading. Excuse me. How can potholes be prevented? Uh, by not filling in the fucking holes. That's how potholes can be prevented. By not filling in the holes. Because, like I said, there's no point. Plows will just dig them up again. And the plows did a ridiculously good job on a lawn this past winter. And oh my god. What do you think? There was a meme, there was a video of this a while ago of a pothole, which looked like a small puddle, and a guy jumped into the puddle. Only he actually went underwater. That's how deep the pothole was. That's how dangerous it can be. That's why potholes need to be freaking completely fixed, repaved, instead of just simply filling them in. But anyways, this I every time I take a walk up the street, I will freaking step into a pothole because I'm looking at my phone most of the time. But I've been living on the street since 2008. I know the ways, but the pothole was like I go in a direction to avoid the pothole, and then out of nowhere, the pothole just sometimes somehow decides to move slightly over for me to trip and for me to nearly break my ankle. I've, I've had my foot bend this way before, like that, just stepping into a fucking pothole, and that's why they need to be, and that's why roads with potholes should be repaved up the street. I don't know how many potholes there are on the street, but I do believe that the number is over 50. I am not even kidding. There's got to be well over 50 goddamn potholes on the street, which proves my point. Potholes, dangerous speed bump. Fill in the potholes. That's nothing. Repave the road will definitely help. Although the cost would be crazy, but I mean, I guess filling them in would be a temporary fix. But I mean, yeah, filling them in is 100% a temporary fix until wintertime when the snow comes. And then the plows will just fix the potholes again by getting rid of the filled in stuff. But anyways, that has been the first episode of Venting. And with that being said, I'm all out of time for this episode. For this segment premiere of Venting. I'm going to leave it at that. So thank you everybody so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What are your thoughts on this segment? Are you with me on this? Are you with me on how potholes are? How fucking ridiculous potholes are? And also, I want to apologize for all this swearing in these segments. No, wait, no, I don't. Although, if there are some people that don't appreciate the swearing, then yes, I apologize. But the topic is ridiculously annoying. And I don't know why. I even have to make a venting video about potholes because I'm pretty sure every single person that drives a car feels the same way I do when it comes to potholes and running and driving right over potholes. Because sometimes you can't avoid them all. When you go over a pothole, when you see a pothole, you do your best to avoid it, but then you end up going over another pothole. That's what's like on the street. It's ridiculous. Anyways, also do me a favor and go ahead and hit that like button and just leave a comment down below if you're with me on this topic. Leave a comment below if you feel the same way that I do with roads needing repaving instead of simply just filling in the potholes. Because the potholes, filling them in is only a temporary fix. It's only a temporary solution. Also, go ahead and share the video with your friends to just kind of see if anyone else is on board as well with you. If you're on board with me, and I want people to understand how dangerous potholes are. Because in reality, potholes, I think at this point, you have there is a bigger chance of getting in an accident relating to a pothole than being attacked by a bear. That's what I believe. Also guys, you guys can go ahead and suggest your Jesus Christ. You guys can go ahead and suggest the videos you want to see in the comments below, or you can make the suggestion on my community post, which I have made on my channel. I believe. Let me check real quick. Yes, I do have. I do have a thing up for suggestions on my next video, which was 10 days ago, but that was 10 days ago. So I got a post from a month ago, which is the third post from the bottom, which allows you guys to just comment below on videos that you want to see, suggestions for videos for segments, suggestions for new segments, suggestions for whatever, anything you want to see, suggestions for shorts, whatever. I'm up. I will of course leave the guys, be sure you follow my social media handles, although all that information will be in the description below. So yeah. Hope you guys enjoyed this new segment. And I want to thank you all for just continuously viewing my videos, continuously viewing my shorts. So, those who have subscribed to my channel, welcome. Welcome to this craziness. Welcome to this madness. This is the first venting segment, and there will definitely be more to come. Please leave any suggestions on suggestions on venting topics you would like to see in the comments below as well. But anyways, once again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. That Death Gamer signing off.